Alright, Ginger Snaps, welcome back yet again. I'm not doing 6.5 stuff today, but I do want to show you guys a little bit about the Fass7001 Dmax pump here that I got for Dmax. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough, kind of explain how it all goes together, and then I'll kind of do some pre-assembly here at my dining room table, because when I go to put it on the truck, hopefully this weekend, it's going to be a little hard to show and explain all these things as I'm crawling around. So this will be a part one, do the walkthrough, and then I will go ahead, do a part two when I install it. So I'm gonna flip this camera on and start showing you guys what we got. The Fass. All right, so we've got a lift pump harness here. You got a relay plug, big honking thing. Behold, relay, plugs in here. Main harness plug that goes on the end of the Fass here. This is your fusible link that's going to probably end up in a fuse panel. I would assume ignition fuse for ignition power on, fusible link, and battery power is red, battery ground is green, eyelets here for the battery, hose clamps for your feed where it's going to hook up to the tank. Comes with your fusible link here that you're going to need, zip ties to button all that harness up underneath the truck. Mine is an extended cab short box, so realistically I'm not going to need this entire monster harness, but I will bundle it up accordingly once we start to see where it's going to lay. This is your quick connect fitting. That's going to be your new pressure line. So you'll use this nice blue fuel rated line. It's going to go off the end of this, go into this, and that's going to be your new fuel pressure up to the engine. And then you'll have another one of these that faces back into the fuel cooler. Again, blue hose. Work its way backwards. You got here a nice little new fuel filter. Inline needs to be replaced every 5,000 miles, so just do it during your oil change. Voila. It is directional flow. Look at that. So don't put this in backwards, otherwise you'll find yourself probably not too thrilled. Mounting bracket. Fittings here to go into the Fass. They're an O-ring style. And the Fass7001 booster pump itself. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out. I will go ahead and put this on the mounting bracket. Weep hole needs to face down, not up. This is going to be up on the cross member, so I'll go ahead and pre-assemble it, and maybe my dining room chair over here will end up with a towel on it, and I will do a quote-unquote test mount. So let me throw some of this together. Now you can see it, kind of where it's going to lay, at least for the pump, and I'll probably plug everything in so you can see that. And that will conclude our part one of the Fass7001 booster pump installation on the 2001 GSC LB7 Dmax that I call my winter beater with a heater. Okay, so I kind of tossed stuff together. As you can see, wire ends are just set in place here. Battery ground, battery power. Okay, your fusible link, you can put that somewhere up by the battery tray with a clip or a zip tie. This is the relay with the actual protective sleeve slipped over it. As you can see, that's what it all looks like all put together. Here's the pump. Inlet side, outlet side. As you can see, here's the weep hole that I was talking about. So you would need a 13mm wrench to put everything together here. And when you flip it over, like it should be in the truck. All right, so your inlet side here is gonna have your nice new filter. Remember, directional, so make sure this is on right. This is going to end up as your new suction line off fuel cooler over here with your quick disconnect. So you will need a disconnect tool. 13mm bolts here, tighten them down to hold the pump to the bracket. As the outlet, you can go up and over and back into your fuel feed, or if you really want to get fancy, you can go in front of, crossover, and back. It really depends on what you're feeling that day. And here we go is the fusible link. That's just going to go in one of your hot ignition fuses. So it could be an ignition A or one of those ignition B. And that is pretty much the end of our quick walkthrough. Like I said, there's not a whole lot here because it's a Fass7001. I'm not going crazy. It's a stock truck with 308,000 miles on it. So I just wanted to show all the components before I get it put in the truck, because once it's in the truck, this is going to be very difficult to explain. So this will be pre-assembled before I put it in. These three will be tight. This fitting here And this inlet fitting, the O-ring ones here that go into the Fass itself, will be put on to begin with. These nice little fellas there. These we'll take back out, since these are going to go around the cross member by the fuel cooler. And then after that, it is down to bolt it all together, run the wiring harness, run the line, and prime the system and fire it up. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do part 2, and we can see just how good it runs with the added positive fuel pressure. Thanks, guys.